As I struggled with boredom in mundane work in Excel and briefly in regular English, my teacher at the time recommended I join IB English. At first, I was nervous, but the ability to deeply analyze and dive into a work of literature appealed to me. Everyone thinks IB English is hard, but it's not. It's a creative way to approach literature. Analyzing plays and poems, stories and prose, big, broad projects, it's the thing. Your potential is much, much higher in IB rather than regular English. You can earn college credit, it looks good on your transcript, and you get to enlighten your mind with the bliss of analyzing a text and finding your own personal understanding and message from it.
Senior year, you read short stories and analyze them. You give the IOP, an oral presentation, to a few of your classmates on the story of your choice. After that, you read 3 or 4 books and write a paper on them titled The Witwa. You analyze what you find in the book of your choice and write a paper on your findings. Some things that helped me during these projects is to make your thoughts visible. For my Witwa, I had a giant poster board with all my quotes on Post-its. This made it easier to see my thoughts, rearrange them, and organize them. When it came time in class to write the paper, I knew exactly what quote to use and where to put it in my paper.
IB English helped me to become an IB learner through things like the Witwa, which helped me to write my ideas, and things like the ILC, which helped me to say my ideas, that helped me to become a communicator. I also became reflective through the So What push.
Some highlights of IB English are acting out the plays in IB English Year 2. Also finishing Paper 2 because you have that feeling of success because you don't have to prep for the IB English test anymore. Also turning in the big projects such as the IOP, IOC, and the Witwa.
Paper 1 is a textual analysis paper you choose between 2 unseen texts. These can be a prose piece or a work of poetry. Paper 1 counts for 25% of your final IB score. Paper 2 exam consists of 6 essay questions, only one of which must be answered during the timed period. The essay is to be written about the Paper 3 literary texts. Therefore, it is a test of understanding literature and context. Although the questions will change from exam to exam, they will always focus on the connection between style, form, author, purpose, and audience. Selecting a good Part 3 text is therefore essential. Paper 2 also counts for 25% of your final IB score.
My biggest struggle wasn't the content itself, but the insecurity within myself and my ability to live up to my own personal expectations. These past 2 years have really encouraged me to push my limits and improve not just in an analytical sense, but a social sense. I'm able to empathize with people the way I was taught to empathize with characters. That in turn improving relationships with my peers and family members.
IB English truly made my future brighter. I will use many, if not all, of the skills I learned in IB English in college and beyond that. You learn to look at stuff in a whole new way. Take IB English. You won't regret it.
Like anything else, IB is what you make of it. So why not make it amazing?